Hi there, welcome to another vlog. We just arrived at Bohinj. We're gonna go for a little hike today to a place called Vogar, which is in my opinion the best viewpoint of Bohinj. The hike is a little steep. It's like 40 minutes to an hour of just going upwards, but it is relatively short. This is gonna be, I believe, my third time doing this hike, so quite experienced already, if I do say so myself. And then after the hike we would like to visit a corita, which means a gorge. We wanted to go there last year, but we didn't know that there's an entrance fee and you have to pay in cash. We only had card, so we're gonna try today, but it is gonna depend a little bit on the weather. Unfortunately, there's quite a thick layer of clouds in the sky today, which isn't too bad. It's actually quite nice for hiking if it's not too sunny. But the clouds do obstruct the view a little bit. We're gonna go now. And I'm gonna take you along with me on this hike so you can see what it's like. I think this is actually a really great hike to do if you're a tourist as well, because many people come to Bohinj anyway if they're visiting Slovenia. And this is a relatively short hike. I think it's like one of the shortest hikes you can do here. So let's get started. Here it's not looking too bad. There's a little bit of sun and some blue sky. It's just there it looks a lot worse. But who knows? You can also enter here and then continue this road. And then there's some parking, I think, inside, sort of. But you need to pay to enter. You also need to pay for park, but I think it's still cheaper just to park here. There's also a little toilet here if you need it. And then if you want to go to the gorge from here, you go where these people are walking. It's on the right side. And then if you want to start the hike, you just follow this road. So this is the road that you take. This is the same road as the cars, obviously. In a little while we're going to go to the left. And then we're going to end up there somewhere. So after about 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, you come here. And there will be a red sign that doesn't say Vogar. There's no sign for Vogar, but this is the right way. I don't know why there's no sign, but this is the path that you want to get. This is a look of the path. It's pretty similar all the way up, and as you can see it's quite rocky. I think this hike requires a bit more, a little bit of climbing as opposed to other hikes. Like a week ago we did Kamniško Sedlo, and the paths are more like forest path where it's pretty even and soft. But I also like this kind of terrain. And the nice thing about these kind of days where it isn't very sunny or the weather doesn't look as appealing is that it's very quiet. Oh, we got some sun. We didn't run into any other people so far. And it's nice and cool under the trees. The path is a little bit slippery. It's been raining, so there's lots of wet leaves. The rocks are a little bit slippery. We actually just passed by a couple and the guy slipped. He didn't fall badly, he just slipped a little bit and landed on his bum. But it was really cute because he had a dog with him and the dog was so concerned. She was like squealing and immediately came over for kisses, so it was actually a very cute moment. The path looks really beautiful. It's so green right now. It's beginning of May. Which I think is a good time to come because it's not so busy yet. There are not that many tourists in Bohinj. So if you are here around this time of the year, it's awesome. The sun is coming through. And yeah, I actually have no idea how far along we are. But I don't feel tired yet, so I think maybe halfway-ish. Guys, I was literally just standing there talking to you about how we're probably about halfway. But actually we're already there. This is like the last little bit that you have to climb. And then it's pretty much flat. So yeah, it's about maybe another 2 minutes up. This has never happened to me. It's always like, oh, how much further? And then I think we're almost there. And then you know, it's still like half an hour or we're only like 3/4 in. I cannot believe it. I feel like I've been walking for 15 minutes. I'm gonna check how much time it took us so far, but it's the difference between me coming on this hike for the first time, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, in comparison to now, is night and day. The first time I was so pissed because I asked to do like an easy hike. And now I would say that it's easy, but back then I did not have the condition to climb or to hike in mountains. And it took me so much effort. I was exhausted by the time that we got up. And now it feels like it took me almost no energy at all. Which makes me very happy because I never thought that I could be this kind of person who just goes for a hike and it feels almost effortless. I am actually quite proud of myself. We're immediately getting a little reward because look at this view. The weather has cleared up a little bit. There's some blue sky. It's sunny. It's still a little bit cloudy, but I'm not too upset about it because you can still see the mountaintops. I'm gonna walk a bit further and then you can see the lake even better because actually this part is kind of shaped like a heart, which you're gonna see in a little bit. Little information, this is the path that you come up on and then it's gonna continue over there. If you follow it, you get to a mountain hut and you get to the best view. But first you want to go left here on this little path because that's gonna give you the first viewpoint. So here's the first viewpoint and you can see the shape of a heart. And this is actually also a takeoff point if you want to go paragliding. And then you paraglide all over the lake and I think you land somewhere there. But I don't know if I'll ever be brave enough to do that. Okay. And now just continuing the path. It brings you past these cute little cottages. Oh, look at the weather there. Yikes. If you continue this path, it's gonna take you to a meadow where the mountain hut is, where you can get something to drink or to eat. It is always good to check before you head up if it's actually open. Sometimes they're only open certain days of the week, or you know, during the winter time they're often closed. And then you're just gonna go straight through the meadow to continue on a path that will bring you to the second viewpoint, which is where we're heading now. Here we have the mountain hut. From this point you can actually take a bunch of other hikes to some lakes as well. The path continues here. Put out a little menu. There's some pancakes, barley soup, some sausage, macaroni with meat, cheese roll dumplings. This is strukli, which is a typical Slovenian dish. And pork stew, apple pie, and of course lots of drinks. It's a 3-minute walk to razgledna točka. Whatever. From the hut, you continue here through the meadow. Here we are. This is the viewpoint. And you can go a bit more down. Look how beautiful the water looks. You can actually also take the boat across the lake. Here it goes. I've never done that before, but I would like to at some point. Here is Vogar, the ski resort. And then down here is Ukans, which is the other side of the lake. And you can also walk all the way around it. I posted a vlog where I actually walked from... Well, I started up at Vogar and then we went all the way down with the cable car. And then we started at Ukans and we walked all the way along this side of the lake to sort of the starting point, Bohinj Bistrica. I love this path because it's only for pedestrians. Because if you walk on the other side, it's nice too, but this is the road. You can see it kind of there where the cars go. So you're walking next to the cars and you're actually not next to the water. The water's here, then it's the car road, and then it's the pedestrian road. Oh, you can actually see part of the path down here. There it is. But yeah, this path is really fun, and there's loads of places where you can go for swim, and they're usually not so busy because you have to walk there. Whereas if you go on the other side of the lake, you can often park the car. I think there's a campsite over here. So I just checked and it took us about 45 minutes to get up to the first viewpoint, and then it's like another 15 minutes to get here. I think ideally you should do this hike in the morning when it's not too warm, because it can get quite warm in Bohinj in the summer times. So I think early morning would be best, preferably probably on weekdays. Today we only came across like 5 people and one group of kids from like school, like primary school, which is a bit exceptional because the other times that I've been here it was a little bit busier, but still it's never too busy, I don't think. But yeah, I think if you go earlier in the week, it's probably best if you can. I did bring my bathing suit today. That might have been wishful thinking because I don't know if it's gonna be quite the weather for me. Even though it's a little cloudy, it's still so beautiful here. It's amazing how even a little hike like this can bring you such incredible views. I think I'm gonna enjoy the view a little bit longer and then we're gonna head down. Okay, this is one of the biggest sticks I've ever seen. It's huge. Ugh, gross. Just making our way down now. I'm not gonna vlog too much because it's the same as when we came up. And there we go. We are down again. We've just come from there and now we are gonna go to the left here because there is a sign that will guide you to the Koryta Mostnice, which is the gorge that we're gonna go to now. This is what the entrance looks like. You have the little house where somebody will be waiting to take your money. Now that's where you pay the entrance. Right now it's €3, but I think if you go later in the season it's gonna be €4, and that's per person. We just left our sticks there so we have our hands free. This place is so beautiful. I cannot believe I've never been here before. When you leave the Koryta and you're on your way to the parking lot, which is that way, don't forget to also stop at this bridge and take a look. Actually, if you want to see the Koryta and you don't want to go all the way to that place, you can also just come to this bridge. It's just really beautiful. You have a very nice view, especially when it's earlier in the day and the light is hitting into the gorge. If you're in Bohinj or near Bohinj, I would really recommend the Koryta. It's super beautiful and You can spend actually quite a lot of time there. We didn't go all the way to the end because it's almost 5 o'clock now and we need to do some stuff at home still. Just don't forget to bring cash. It's also good to know that it's a protected area, so there's no swimming, dogs should be on the leash, and there's also no fishing. Now we're just gonna continue to the car. It should be another 5 minutes max. If you end up coming to Bohinj, I would recommend the following itinerary. I would come early in the morning and go for a hike to Vogar, then visit the Kurita, and then have some lunch in town. There's many nice places. And then I would go to the lake for a swim, maybe take a boat ride. If you do want to do another hike or walk, you could walk around the lake or visit Savica waterfall, which are also nearby here. And if you don't happen to have a car, it's certainly possible to come here by bus, for example from Ljubljana. I will note down some information in the description below. You'll just have to probably walk a little bit more to get to the parking lot to start the hike. Also often many events being organized in Bohinj. Coming up is the Wildflower Festival, which I definitely want to be visiting. So if you're coming to Bohinj, definitely check out any events that are going on. And yeah, now I'm curious what your favorite thing to do is in Bohinj. Let me know down below in the comments. And maybe I've already tried it, but I'm always up to trying new things here in Bohinj. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you liked it. I hope it was informative. And I hope I convinced you to visit one of the best places in the world. And I'll see you in the next one.